You have kids that earn a living, maybe washing dishes, mowing lawns, babysitting. Either way, they have income coming in from a part-time job, even if they're still living at your house. Have them file a tax return. Please have them file a tax return. I cannot tell you how many people miss this opportunity. It is bad. Have them file a tax return. I'll get into that here in just a second, why they need to. All right. Welcome to the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel, my friends, the place where you come to find out how your kids can use the tax code to benefit them, and also maybe give them some money training as well on how to use the tax code, not just now, but in the future. If you like what you see here, click the subscribe button down below. Don't forget to hit the button to be notified of future content, the little bell down there, because we do 5 or more videos a week, and you need to be in the know of what's going on. Lots of stuff happens in the financial planning world, and every election, there's even more. So financial planning doesn't take a breather. So I want to this is going to be a rather brief video. I want to share with you something that happens. I find it happens quite a bit, actually. Actually, it's funny that how this was introduced to me is when I did my own taxes. When I was in high school. I was playing football, and I knew some guys on the football team, and I worked with a couple of them. And we used to wash dishes in a restaurant in Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland. And I remember a couple of guys. I was doing my taxes, and I said I was getting like $200 back. And I'm like, "Well, why are you getting $200 back?" I wasn't going to do my taxes. I said, "Oh yeah, you should." And so this is back in the day where we actually had a paper and pencil. There's no internet. And so I did the taxes for them, and they paid me for it. I said, that's not a bad gig. As a side note, if you have a kid, or even you want a side hustle, generally a kid, tell them to do taxes for guys and ladies who are working. I'm telling you, you can make decent money doing that. And you're bringing money back. That's the person, the person filing the taxes, that's their righteous money. It's their right money. So it's a win. You get some money, and they get some money. Everybody's happy. And so that was a great learning experience for me, because I said, these people don't know that they can get money back from taxes. And so, fast forward, I guess, 35 years or something like that. And the same conundrum applies here. I hear all the time, my kid did part-time. Can he do a Roth IRA? The answer is absolutely he can do a Roth IRA. As long as they have earned income, without question, they can do it. I guess 5,500 is a max this year. I can't keep track. I think it is 5,500. But anyway, as long as they have earned income, absolutely, they can do a Roth IRA, even if they live under your house. But the follow-up question that is, are they filing their taxes? Now, they can still do a Roth IRA. They don't have to file their taxes as long as they have earned income. Don't do that. And here's why. Now, because what happens is every person who has earned income gets a standard deduction of 2018 of $12,000. If you're over the age of 65, it's $13,300. But right now, I'm just talking about teens. A $12,000 standard deduction. When you're washing tables or whatever you're doing the dishes, washing tables, doing the dishes, maybe waiting tables. But whatever, when you're doing just kind of the grunt work at McDonald's that we all used to do, and I wish more people did, they're probably withholding some of your money for taxes. I know for a fact they're withholding it for FICA, Medicare and old age social disability insurance, but they're also probably holding at a minimum for taxes, maybe 10%. As well. Now, let's just say you make $10,000 a year, and they hold 10% of that. And I'm just using this for a number. That's $1,000 they withheld. All right. Now, again, FICA and old age social OASDI and Medicare 7.65. You're not getting that back. But for the income taxes they withheld, that $1,000 they withheld. If you only made $10,000 and they withheld 10%. You can get all that back. You know why? Because your standard deduction is $12,000. But I live at home. Doesn't matter. If you work, you have a standard deduction of $12,000, which means the first $12,000 of income that you have is not taxed. And if you only made $10,000 in the course of your year and you had $1,000 withheld, that means you get that money back. I'll show you. So let's just go to a quick example here. So I'm just going to numbers for you. Here, as our single taxpayer, if the taxable income is between 0 and 9,500, all right, so that's taxable income. Your gross income is before your standard deductions. So in this case, we're saying our gross income is $10,000. our taxable income is minus $12,000. Why? Because we have our standard deduction is $12,000, excuse me. So we have $10,000 of gross income, $12,000 standard deduction. What does that mean? Well, we take these two numbers here, sum them. Watch this. Minus $2,000. That means we have negative taxable income. And so if we had $1,000 withheld, that means that's all our money coming back because we paid tax when we did not have to pay tax. It's amazing how many people don't do this. Now, maybe you had $500 withheld. That's $500 you got coming back. Now, even if you made $13,000, $12,000, we have $1,000 of taxable income. All right, so our taxable income is $1,000. We owe $100 in taxes, and if they held 10% of that $13,000, that means they withheld $1,300. That means we get $1,200 of that coming back to us. You got to get your kid to file tax. Got to get him to file the tax. Now, a lot of people say, well, it's not. It is enough. That costs, I don't know, an H&R Block is an easy form, $40 to file the taxes. And then again, if the state withheld money too, you got to get it to file back. Let's say your taxable incomes. I mean, as you start getting up this thing here, most people are going to start filing taxes here. But let's say your taxable income is $18,000. You have $6,000, or your gross income is $18,000. You have $6,000 of taxable income. Your taxes are here only $600, $600, and you had $1,800 withheld. You get $1,200 back. Do your taxes, my friends. Get your kids to do their taxes for sure. Also, if they're doing part-time work, mowing yards or waiting tables, and it's kind of under the table income, give them to file their taxes anyway with what's called 1099. It's kind of more of a pain because they got to file their FICA. But still, at the end of the day, the reason you want them to do that is obviously to get some money back, but you also want to get in the Social Security system itself. So basically, for every $1,400 of income you make, you get one credit towards your total ability to get Medicare and Social Security. So you need 40 credits totally. Each credit is the equivalent of $1,400 of income. So you can, if you made $10,000 in one day, you'll get 4 credits for the year. You can't get more than 4 for the year, but you need 40 to get full benefits on Social Security. So if you, like I said, if you made $10,000 and say it was all under the table, you weren't paying FICA taxes on that, which meant they're not crediting you those 4 credits, which is 1/10 of what you need, or 1/10. Yeah, 1/10 of what you need totally. So you got to fill a 1099 out. Yeah, you're going to have to withhold some 7.65 for you and 7.65 for you as the employer. So you're going to have to withhold 15% taxes. And that's where it gets a little bit sketchy. But if you do that, you're setting the path for you to get those 40 credit hours of credits of working, so that way you can qualify for full Social Security and Medicare benefits. I know that it's a little bit convoluted. I get it. And sometimes it might not be worth it when you're just a kid. But at the end of the day, if any kind of job that you're doing where they're automatically withholding because it's a W-2, you fill your taxes out, man. Fill them out. You still can do it. If you haven't done it yet this year, you can still go down there and file late. It's better than not doing anything because we're talking hundreds of dollars. It's not $1,000 you're going to get back. All right, so I hope this helps. That's my lesson for you. If you have a child and he's working in a W-2 job, 1099 job's a little bit different because there's more to it than that, but it's still not a huge issue. I mean, my goodness, just a couple of forms done. You do got to pay the FICA, so that's a little bit more of a concern, a little bit more out-of-pocket expense. But if you're a W-2 employee, they are already withholding that anyway, and they're probably withholding income taxes as well. And if so, you need to file so you can get the money back. And hopefully you actually put that money into a Roth IRA. If you put it into a Roth IRA, tax-free growth, man, tax-free growth. So definitely do that. As always, if you like what you see here, hit subscribe down below. On top of that, don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified of future content. Comments, suggestions, concerns, always welcome. And a thumbs up always helps. A thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. That's a big help to me. See you next time on the Heritage Wealth Planning YouTube channel. Thanks, guys.